We're back here at the GSL Codas. Taste the Nardosis. Hi, nerd. Yo. All right, so the question is this going to end by 8 p.m. Korea time? Could be. I don't know. I think Party would have to build gateways and odds as main.
I mean, this is a weird map for that. We could see it.
Yeah, we absolutely could.
Anything is possible, Tasteless.
Almost
Nothing
anything
is impossible.
Like a queen comes out of Oz's Nexus. I'm like, you were right. That's weird.
He starts spreading creep and he can't build buildings on him. I'm like, wow, that was another strategy.
The queen casts a mule to come down. I'm like, you were even more right.
Wow. Imagine if queens could call down mules.
Yeah.
I'd rather use inject, though.
Inject probes.
Yeah, inject the Nexus. Have a bunch of probes spit out.
And chrono boost that. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Imagine
you probably need mules to support that.
Imagine if you injected the Nexus and 5 Warpins came out, like Warpin bubbles. You don't know what you're going to get. It's like I suddenly have a bunch of Nexuses in my main. I'm like, I guess so.
All right, guys. Oz getting really outclassed here, unfortunately. Because you see, Oz has a little bit more history here than Party in the GSL. Codas, but Party definitely making a name for himself today. I think the odds of Oz winning this are pretty slim.
It's going to be hard to win 3 PvPs right in a row now when Party's on he's on a tear, man. He's got to be feeling good. He's got tempo and momentum on his side.
Right.
He's got happiness as well.
He's got those endorphins going, got the euphoria.
And that does count.
He's got the badass nerd factor. He's sitting in his booth being like, I'm a badass. All these nerds are here watching me, and I'm slaying Oz.
But at the same time, Parting doesn't have a big win yet. So right now, Parting, like a round of 4 is almost like winning another tournament, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Get that deep.
He might get nervous. We don't know. And they're both wearing orange and black, Tasteless. I just want to point that out.
Well, you know.
That's what good products is.
It's not Halloween yet, but.
Well, trick or treat, nerd.
Trick or treat, nerd. Give me your ladder points. Too bad I put razors in my ladder points.
Tasteless is like the one person that ever did that.
You know, that's actually
so couldn't eat
that's
an
never
apple.
actually ever happened.
Really?
Yeah, it's like one of those urban legends.
Well,
like,
I'm just going to go back to America and do it.
It's actually screwed up Halloween and it completely. Like people will have private trick or treater parties. Like my grandparents were like, oh, be careful because people with razor blades in their apples.
No, I know.
Isn't the stupidest thing? Yeah,
Dude.
Look, if I'm gonna go injure children, I'm not going to do it by giving them candy from my house so they can find me, man.
Seriously, like when I was a kid, I didn't care, man. I would be like, oh, I'm a little thirsty. Can I have a glass of water? They'd be like, yeah, sure, come right in. I go into some stranger's house, man, get a glass of water.
It's in my basement next to the dungeon.
I'd be like, thank you so much. And I just hand them the glass back and I leave Tasteless, and it's just fine. That's how you do it. Because I trust people. Well, I trust people in Salmon. I guess if I lived somewhere else, maybe I would have done that.
Our map is Daybreak by Windpark Prime. In the upper right, we have our Protoss player up 2 games. It looks like it could be a 3-0, but we'll have to see. His ideas.
Party, party.
His opponent on a bad losing streak. Can he come back? Can he do it? He's going to have to if he wants to move on in this round of the GSL Codas. His ideas.
FX Oz.
I wonder what Oz has planned now.
I don't know.
Actually, both these guys, I'm really. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer, at least like 3-1 or 3-2, but now I'm.
Well, it's PvP. I think it still definitely could be.
Yeah, it's a very volatile matchup. That's why I think a best of 5 for PvP is much better than a best of 3.
Oz is going
doing
gas
it again.
First. Gas first build. Now, I'm really interested to see what he's going to do with this gas first build. Could it be a DT build? That's what you always want to think of first when you see gas first, because you're like, what? Why do you need this much gas? Could it be a Colossus timing? Obviously, it's something extremely gas heavy.
It's interesting the placement of Oz's gateway, too, behind the minerals.
Well, when you get an Orpin, it doesn't matter. But yeah,
but
this
you know
early
what I mean?
part of the game, it's like...
Because the gateway's even after the gas, so, you know...
Maybe that is a distraction. Now, I'm going to give him too much credit. Ready? Maybe that's a distraction tactic so his opponent doesn't click on the geyser and figure out that he's mined too much gas. Because he's busy looking for the gateway and wondering why the gateway is there.
You're digging deep, Artos. That could be. That could be. Puberty.
You were old in the last game. Now it's puberty. What is
I know,
this, Benjamin Button?
It is. The Benjamin Button nerd.
Yeah, man. You're going to be a baby if this goes to Game 5. You're hoping that this ends now.
All right, we have the cybernetic score coming here.
Of course, a little bit later than Parties. Also has that pylon in the natural. This is like really weird so far. Really peculiar play.
I feel like Oz is just a little bit too out there with his builds.
Well,
especially for 3 games in a row where we saw, well, I guess game number 2, the build was insane by Oz. But
he's basically globetrotting with his Protoss right now.
Yeah, he's being a Harlem Globetrotter.
Whereas Parting is just the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, basically. Basically, Oz is like coming around and that music's playing like, well, it's like whistle, right? I know, and then basically...
And then Stalkers come in, they're like... He's like...
And then eventually Parting just alley-oops the ball into the hoop. As she does like what Shaq does, where the whole hoop just like the whole backboard shatters.
Okay, Tasteless. So we have that Twilight Council hidden, and that's going to be hard for Parting to figure out.
Not exactly the...
Well, why would he ever scout behind there? No one has ever proxied
you know what?
something
You're right.
natural.
No, you're totally right.
So this is a really good hiding spot, and I really think it is DTs at this point. I'm pretty sure of it.
All right,
that's like tricky because
is Parting going to be ready for this? Is he going to go for a robo build?
Yeah, DTs it is, Tasteless.
Okay.
So this actually definitely could work because it's quicker DTs than you expect to see, and right now Parting is like, you have double gas, 1 gate, you're probably going to throw up a robo. That's what I would be thinking if I'm Parting.
Right, well that's much more... You saw the proxy pylon.
Okay, that's actually a very useful thing to see.
But he's getting a robo now.
Yeah. If you see anything proxied, I mean, anything out there on the map like that, that's a decent indication that it might be something a little bit crazy. Oh, wait, no, that's Parting's pylon. That's not Oz's. I was like, all right, so, okay, this is...
No, this is... Well, I don't know, man. I think the DTs are going to come out right around when this rush starts, but then, he's just going to chrono boost that observer.
Well, the 5 Stalker, just pushing out 5 Stalkers really quick once again is a pretty powerful way to approach this. And in fact, his warp gate's a little bit late. He has to just use force fields from here, and this is going to be very annoying. This is a 2-gate pressure, which is so cool. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Holy tamale. All right, well, Parting right now is in pretty darn good shape. There are proxy pylons, but he just warped in 2 sentries at home. So... this is bad news for Oz.
All right. Well, no more DTs now. He took out that building that takes forever to build. There's an observer on the way now, too. Nobody's just continuously force-fielding his entrance.
Parting is not messing around. He's actually force-fielding before DTs are there, which is a lot of times you just watch and then do it. But he's
being super safe.
Well, what he's doing is he's sitting, watching his Stalkers, make sure nothing comes down the ramp and blindsides him. So he's just he threw up that force field just to be super safe.
All right, here we go.
And
welcome.
He traps it in. Says, you can't get out of here. And Oz is going to get very little done. In fact, nothing.
This is sad.
So from here, what does Oz do is the question. He's lost his tech completely. And normally when a DT rush doesn't work, what they do is just an Archon Zealot timing attack.
Yeah, makes sense.
If you're greedy at all as the robo player, you can die to. But if you're super safe with like building walls and stuff, you just can't die to. In this case, Oz doesn't have that tech, so he can't make that mistake. He's made a robo instead. And, I mean, he's made a robo, but he's like, his robo's later. He's behind in everything except probes. He's behind in.
Yeah.
So he's got a good amount of probes. That's one thing working for him. He's making his Nexus, and his Nexus is slower than his opponent's.
Nice little trap
slower.
there. Oh, almost a trip. Oh, okay.
There you go. All right.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, he's done all right with this. Pretty good defense utilizing these sentries.
Oh, the observer.
Oh, wow. That's a nice snipe right there. Now Parting can't really go up that ramp. If he does, it's a little bit dangerous because of the force fields. You can't see what's up there, what's incoming. And, wow. So Oz, I mean, he's still in it. Absolutely. With more probes and the Nexus so close. In fact, he's not going to be in too terrible of a position. Which is like really weird to say because losing all that tech, if you go DTs and they don't work, normally it's like a terrible situation, which kind of is, but he's doing a good job with it.
Here we go now. He's going to here with some more Stalkers.
You know what?
No blink is not done for Parting. Oh, whiffed it. That's
so
too bad.
Close, so close. You almost trapped 2 of them there. That would
that would have been something.
I do want to actually. My brain is like.
Look, he's going to lose the observer.
Oh, wow. All right. So my brain right now, Tasteless, is scrambling about why this is so amazingly okay for Oz when it should just be like, oh, Oz, you're so dead. But you know what it is he went for the gas before gate, and he didn't need the gate so quickly. It didn't actually matter. And in fact, so much pressure came, he was forced to warp in some sentries to save himself, which means that he could not warp in as many expensive DTs, which would be useless. So all these things together has really helped him out. In fact, Party's in trouble now. Look
Party
at that.
barely getting out of there. Oh, the observer goes down.
Both go down, in fact. That's like a... Oh, my God. That's like
if you look at it, Oz has this supply lead, too, with the probes. So,
yeah, he's doing great, man.
He's got the capital to keep this going.
This build is actually really impressive to me. This is like a
Blink
great
is on. The attack has commenced.
But he does have that Immortal, which is very helpful.
I think that the rest of the units are too soft right now.
Too squishy?
I was going to say squishy. I'm like, mix it up. You know,
it's a good job.
They're tofu units now. All right, here we go. Once again, get Blink into the main.
Nice blink into the main right there. Taking out that Immortal so quickly. But you got to be careful. It's hard to blink out of mains here.
Yeah, and I think oh, that was really good.
But he does force field the bottom of the ramp. Party pushing
very
forward.
Nice.
Yeah, very well done. And he can do that again as well.
Oh my God, the Celts just barely got out of there. He needs a force field
he does.
right now, yep.
And, I mean, this is great for Parting now. Parting just with such solid play here.
Oh my God, he's so good.
Yeah, he really is.
And he's going to get another sentry just in the nick of time.
Well.
And, another force field, but not a perfect force field. Then again, not all the units are going to be able to get down there in time, and then with Blink, you can just micro your ass off.
It's looking like, Parting with this many Blink Stalkers and Sentries, it's going to be impossible for Oz to hold this Nexus. As long as Parting continues to warp in.
For a second, I thought that Oz had this once I saw the force field forcing most of those Stalkers to get injured.
Yeah.
But then when he blinked down and I saw the force field on low ground, I thought, damn, Parting is just too freaking good, man.
Dude, Blink Observer plus Sentry is so
good. Oh my God, right on top of the Immortal. Goodbye.
And down everything goes, Tasteless. It looks like Parting's going to go into the round of 4. Amazing play by Parting. But I have so much still to say about this build order by Oz and how amazing it truly is.
Yeah, if he had just held up, just not allowed this this trade here. GG. Damn.
All right, so Parting is in the round of 4. That's gigantic for him. He gets to play a Terran, his best matchup. And, I mean, that's from there, it's just the finals left over. I think, once again, I feel like Parting is going to take the season. Great, amazing, astounding play, an amazing Protoss. Oz, he's going to be in Codes next season, which is great. It's still a top-end Protoss, but today was definitely not his day with builds. But that last one, Tasteless, that last build, I'm so intrigued by because the fact that it's such a long map and he wasn't expecting too much aggression, but he still had the gas banked. Basically, you get so far behind going DTs because you spend all your gas for so long getting up to DT tech. But he got his gas so early that he had some extra gas that it wasn't as big a deal. What a weird and fascinating opening by Oz.
Well, unfortunately, Oz's builds are just subpar when you go up against somebody like Parting. Parting's handling of each game was just too good.
Yeah.
He is definitely the better PvP player, probably the best PvPer in the world. He's going to have to go up against MVP. That's going to be a tricky task.
Oh, it is. I cannot wait for that, Tasteless. Well,
good luck to Oz. He's going to still be in Codas, but the truth is, Oz's builds are those. That's not going to win a GSL. That's going to beat a certain smart player, but
yeah, I have to say that last build, I feel like that's something that should rotate in to the metagame slightly in PvP because think about this for a second, right?
Sure.
He got trapped on top of his ramp, and Blink was halfway done when that was happening.
Yeah.
Okay? He lost his Twilight and Dark Shrine. If those hadn't been scouted, I'm not even talking about the DT doing any damage because the DT did 0 kills, okay? And he lost all those buildings and a pylon. And everything was just later for him. If those buildings hadn't been killed, even if you just kill the pylon, he has Blink in that situation. The game doesn't end. It's like,
yeah, and he also has a massive probe lead with that. He was 10 probes ahead of his opponent.
Yeah,
that's a lot of probes.
What a cool game, man.
Yeah. So I do agree with you. I think we can see that build again in the future, and we should see that more in the meta game. I'm actually a little bit surprised though. Like, I guess in the order in which he gets to everything out there, he does have that kind of funky lead with the probes, and as you said, the tech and everything else. Man. Maybe you should just hide that in a little bit of a better location. Generally in PvP, they're looking for more proxy pylons, proxy gates or something like that, and a lot less, a hidden tech somewhere on the map. I mean, if he had gone, for instance, to the bottom right corner of the map, bottom right, made a Twilight there, made a DT or DT thing.
DT Shrine, man.
DT Shrine, yeah. I played too much StarCraft 1. If he had done that, he would have absolutely been able to, hide that tech, and it would have been spotted. It would have been hard to actually, there would have been the element of surprise at least.
I mean, he can have blink. He didn't lose. He lost so much money in tech there.
Right.
Like, an Archon might be something he even wanted at one point because there's a lot of sentry play going on. So it's like, I think that build was actually the most fascinating build for me out of this whole series.
Well, it's definitely the best PvP we had today. The other one's a little bit more one-sided. All right, let's take a look at today's results. As you guys could see, Naniwa 1-3 against MVP. MVP moves on, and Parting a dominating PvP
3-0 against
Well played,
Oz.
Parting.
Well, Tasteless, 1T and 1P in the top 4. Tomorrow we're going to find out who else is in the top 4.
Yep. Too bad Naniwa could not move on, but that's just the situation. So in the semifinals, we're going to have MVP against Party.
That's right. And then tomorrow we're going to have Supernova against Hero and Tasia against Squirrel. 2 Liquid players. Can Liquid have a player in the top 4 or even a player in the finals, or even 2 players in the top 4 and a player in the finals? Wow.
Could happen. So definitely tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, and we're gonna host. We're gonna be casting that. Yep. I think my predictions is Hero beats Nova, and Tasia Squirtle. I have no idea. Maybe Squirtle wins.
I'm actually feeling Supernova over Hero, and then Squirtle over Tasia. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to go against Liquid or something. I love Hero and Tasia, but Supernova has been my boy for a few seasons since the season that Jockji won against Leonov. I have been in love with Supernova's play, man. What an underrated Terran he is.
Absolutely. Also, come check out the finals, whether it's on the internet or live. And looky there, how convenient. Little graphic for that. Again, I get asked this a lot, actually, whenever I'm at like international events, how much it costs to come to our studio. It's free to show up.
Yeah, we don't sell tickets.
Same for the finals. You don't have to book anything. You have to find our studio. And
that's the hardest part.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. Try to find our studio. But once you get in there, bring a pizza or something. Sometimes we have pizza delivered here.
Sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it has been fun and all too quick. But make sure you tune in tomorrow.
I know.
It's gonna be great.
All right, so my prediction was wrong. I thought it was going to end at 8:10. It ends at 8:11. I guess I'm right if we count when the game ends, but...
yeah. I mean, it ended at 8:07 as far as games.
This is like basically a 2-hour day for us.
This was
very
as quick as
very
can be,
short compared to what we normally do.
Yeah. That's well, I think tomorrow will be a lot longer. 2 huge TVPs. That's really hard to predict.
I think it's going to be closer games too. I mean, unlike the TVPs we saw today, where he's like, Marina CV again. All right, guys. Artosis, great work today. Thank you guys for joining us. Please spread the word of the GSL. Add us on Twitter. He's Artosis. I'm Call Me Tasteless. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, at GOMTV.net. Take care.
I've been trying to tell you for so long.